brought to you by CCT.
Hey viewers, this is Kyla Kenisha and I'm here with a 2A4 media feature. It's with a warm heart I bring you this feature. With a pleasant surprise, on Saturday I saw a really interesting post posted by a local pastor. And this post was actually about two young men who were released from prison. Today I have that local pastor. Some of you may know him by Robert Wright and some may know him as Storm. And alongside him, I have one of the young men here with me. You definitely want to hear this story. So we'll go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for calling CCT. Trumpet speaking. How can I help? Well, so you know February is the month of love. Yes, and we all love data. And because we love you so much, yes, we decided to give double data. But wait, let me slow it down for you. Follow my voice. Activate any hero plan, double data. Activate any 2 gig plan, double data.
Double the data and double the fun when you fall in love with our deals for the month of February. Activate a hero plan or 2 GB data plan and get double data if you pay your bill before February 12th. Activate any hero plan or 2 GB data plan. Come enjoy the month of love on us.
Thank you for calling CCT. Have a blessed day. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for calling CCT. Trumpet speaking. How can I help? Well,
Viewers, welcome back. As promised, I am here with Dr. Robert Wright and Mr. Samuel Harris. Today, I am actually really glad to be sitting on this couch with you two. Dr. Wright, I saw your Facebook post on Saturday where you post Mr. Harris and another young man who, yes, who now works with you, I think, here at the funeral home. And they are a part of an unofficial rehab program for young persons or persons who were released from prison. So my question for you, how did you start this program?
Well, first things first, you have to recognize and realize that when you see somebody, when you meet somebody, what you see is only current. Mm-hmm. You don't know their background, you don't know their history. It might surprise a lot of people to know that I've been in jail in 2 states, 2 countries, all right? Well, I know what it feels like firsthand to try to change life. I've been very blessed. I've been given a second chance 9 or 10 times. And second chances are very important if somebody's going to have a start. I myself am standing on the shoulders of many people who came before me, who gave me a chance. And I think it would be ungodly for me not to pass that chance on to young people. We've been blessed since I came here, from the days of Superintendent Fret to the days of Superintendent Foot, to have a great relationship with the prison from Fret to Foot. That has allowed us to develop relationships, to talk to people, to allow us to know that when he gets out, what his needs are, who his people are. Somebody might need a home, another person might need a job. We know these things from the relationships that we built. So I was very pleased when our brother came to see me after he got out of prison. And I promise to do all that I can to see that he makes the most of his chance in life, his second chance.
Okay, so Mr. Harris, as you were upon released from prison, did you have any fears of fitting back into society?
Kinda not really. Because if you listen to everything people say, you would be home whole or you would be afraid to come out. You have to come back and get yourself back reintegrated into the community. Like, let people see you and not afraid, let people see you gonna try. Like, you could be different. You could look at a job, you could do a 9 to 5. Most in a 9 to 5, you could have a side work. You could learn a trade, you could have a trade. and you could start your own little business. The struggles you go through, kind of people hold you down.
Agreed. So you are basically determined to life after prison, to show people that that's just in the past.
Yeah.
But any of your peers, I'm sure any of your peers up at the prison, have they expressed fears of what would life be after prison?
Some have time to think. You do. What's one thing you would have up there? Time. You would have time to sit down, think on what you're going to do when you get out. And most of my peers, them thought about what they're going to do. And they have good ideas. A lot of good people up there. And they have good ideas what they want to do when they get out with their family, the kids. They want to start a new life, do things differently.
Okay. Dr. Wright, how important is it for us as a community to support these persons after they were released or have programs in place?
I think it's more important for us to build a relationship before these young men get out. So when they get out, it's not just, we're going to start now. It has to start earlier. The British Virgin Islands is a beautiful country. I love everything here. The country has been good to people like me. But the things that make it good are also sometimes the things that make it bad, in the sense being a small country, everybody knows your business. There's no place for you to really blend in or hide. Something happens in Brooklyn when you get out, where you can go to the Bronx, Manhattan, New Jersey, you can disappear and start over. Here, everybody knows your story, and some of them try to tell it better than you can tell it. So we as a people, we as a community, we need to begin to deal with people where they're at. Even with Jesus, it depends on where you met him, what your opinion of him would have been, how you catch him. If you caught him changing the water to the wine, you'd say, oh, Jesus knew how to party. If you caught him bloody and beaten with stripes, you might say, with stripes, you'd say, oh, Jesus was defeated. If you caught him when the stone was rolled away, you'd say, oh, he's risen. But he was the same person, it's just where you caught him at in life. Somebody might look at me and say, well, you got it like that. You don't know how I got here. He should have every opportunity that everybody else had. His time is served. It's done. But if we're going to hold it against him, it's going to make it harder for him to deal with it.
I agree. I think we speak about rehabilitation, and sometimes society might be guilty of wanting to imprison someone for life. Before I came here, I struggled with, what should I call? I literally was like, I refuse to call this person an ex-convict or a convict, or it's life after prison. I don't want to put a label on his life because that is done with.
I understand that, and I agree with you for the most part, because it depends on how you're talking to people. But I still believe, and if I'm wrong, you could correct me, I believe you should show your scars, because the scars still speak to people. When Jesus dealt with doubting Thomas, he said, look, see, all right? Every scar that I have, that I got more stitches than a baseball on this body. Every scar that I have is testimony to a fact that I once was wounded, but now I'm healed. Healing has taken place. The scar is just a reminder. So when he looks back on his life, I want him to be able to say, I once was, but now I am.
Okay. So what do you do here at the funeral home?
I participate in tents when I have a funeral. I'll go and set up the tent, the chairs, make sure you have enough chairs. The tent is big enough so the family could feel comfortable. I'll help around the funeral home.
Okay. And this program, remind me of the name of the program again.
The program is called Waiting at the Gates. And I have to stress, just for clarity and truth, it is not affiliated with the current prison structure. Up until the days, again, I say from Superintendent Frick to Superintendent Foote, we were a part of the prison rehab program.
So it was actually an official program.
It was official dealing with them, because they have the one thing we need, which is access. The current head of prisons, for reasons of his own, has taken our access away. He has that right. It's his prison. I have no control over what happens up the hill. But we are reaping the benefits of what wise men have allowed us to do previously, the relationship I established with him and many others, is when they came down, they knew where to find me. Felt comfortable coming. And it's not only me. Prison Fellowship is an organization composed of volunteers.
Okay, how many persons have you seen pass through this program?
About 36 over the years, about 36. And we are currently in the process of trying to get a halfway house. We have the land, and we have a space already where we want to do a after-school program for prisoners' children. Because that's with the Prison Act in the way it has, we've been forced to take our ministry outside of the prison. And when you send a man to jail, what you don't realize is you send his family to jail. You send his children to jail. 90% of the time you have a man who goes to jail and a woman now who has children, a house she can no longer afford, a car she can no longer afford. And what happens when the money runs out? Because the lawyers done took it all. When the money runs out, now you have an angry child who's hungry, going to school, upset with your child.
Sure.
And if you think that's not going to be a fight, well, I tend to think psychologists would differ. We have programs that pay for school uniforms for children of inmates. We have programs that pay school fees, not for everybody, but for those who can't afford it. The child would be out of school. And this is something that we intend to continue.
All right. So, Mr. Harris, what does life after prison? I know you've recently been released and you're now here helping Dr. Wright here. But what does life look like for you? What do you want to do? What are all the things that you have dreamed about while you had the time there?
Continuing the family business. Currently own a family business, Harris Construction, Captain's Carpentry over in the USVA. Thinking about continuing that add trucks to it, a little trucking company, and get myself started and going again, get myself up, forget like the struggles I went through, forget what people say. This is the new me. This is what I bring into you now. This ain't the past. This is the present, right here watching you now.
And what advice would you give to other persons who are either there or about to be released into the community?
If them about to be released, stay focused, keep your head up, stay positive. And you could make it. Once you believe in it, you could do it.
Okay.
Believe in your dreams.
To hear him talk should be inspirational to a lot of people, but you have to remember two things. This is going to be the most challenging part of his life. Because yes, I can pay him, yes, I can give him a job, but I can't solve all his problems. There's gonna come a moment when he has to make the decision. No more shortcuts. You know, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna make me go back. I tell them all that your condition is not your conclusion. And the only reason you should go back up to prison is to bring their brother out. That's the only reason you should go back. That's the only reason I went back up there, to bring my brothers out. And you hear him talk about his construction and everything. When we build a halfway house, who do you think gonna be doing it? All right, some of them same guys who are up the hill learning their trade, the carpenters, the masons, they're gonna be building the Prison Fellowship halfway house. And he's gonna do good work, I'm proud of him.
Great. Okay, before we go, what would you say to the community and the society? How can the community help and be a part of this process?
We are never going to get, and I'm trying to choose my words very carefully, we're not going to get the kind of assistance and help that my good friend Henderson Tittle gets with Mail or Buddha gets with Yep, because we serve a different audience that's not really publicly accepted. So I accept all of that. The best thing you can do, though, is when you deal with somebody who's just got out of prison, give them a chance to do something wrong before you put something wrong on them. If somebody wants to donate, we've never taken up a collection in the 14 years we've been doing this, not once. But the grace of God has always provided through strategic partnerships with the Rotary clubs that help us with our Christmas gift program and with the school uniform programs. We have had people who are willing to help the Catholic Church. Strategic partnerships have got us where we are, and I think that's what's going to continue. If anyone is so led to donate anything, just write the check to Mary Lou Cricky, our prison fellowships lawyer, and we'll be glad to accept whatever, large or small. But regardless, we're still going to find a way to do it. It's about hands helping hands.
Agreed. Honestly, I want to thank both of you for being here, especially you, Mr. Harris, for being vulnerable. This could not be, I'm sure this was not necessarily easy, but thank you for sitting down with me and telling your story, because people need to hear it. As you said, Dr. Wright, sometimes persons how the audience isn't necessarily community accepted, but this story needs to be told. Thank you, Dr. Wright, for all you have done for the community, and I just want to encourage both of you to keep pressing on.
I don't want to make my brother mad, but let me just put this out there. When he found out that you were coming today, he said to me, I got to get a haircut. I got to get fixed up. Now, why is that important? That means there's a part of him that still has pride, that wants to be seen in the proper light.
Agreed.
And if that part of him that wants to be seen properly is harnessed and focused and supported, there's nothing he can't do in life.
Agreed. I agree.
Right, so
Thank you.
Pray for the best with him.
I agree. I wish you all the best, and the other participants of your program. Thank you so much. Viewers, you have heard it here today on 284 Media. Thank you for watching.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.